What is up, everyone? Welcome to Shane and Simple Live. If you're joining us by YouTube, thank you. If you're joining us from everywhere, super excited today. Sorry, got a little echo there. We're good. Hey, we're keeping it casual today. We're keeping it fun. We're making cornbread. Thanksgiving is right around the corner. Kind of hard to believe. Lot going on, but had this crazy idea about doing this cornbread cook-off with someone that I love, and I'm going to bring her in. We're going to talk, we're going to chat, and we're going to talk about why we're doing this, but also to give you a couple of options for Thanksgiving. You need to choose the vegan one. Just going to say that. No, I'm kidding. I'm about to bring her in anyway. Hey guys, I'm going to bring her in. You know her. You love her, the one and only famous Danya from A Southern Soul. Danya, what is up?
Hey, my friend. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me yet again. We had such a great time a couple of weeks ago when we kind of did our Southern Bring It All Home and things about the holidays. And now we're back talking about really important, very important.
Very important. Cornbread is always important, right?
Right, because you know what? It's just like a rock star on a Southern menu, right?
Right. That is exactly right. Well, let's encourage the audience. If you can, chime in. I'm going to set up the chat so we can see where everybody's calling in from. We're going to try to get to the chats. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to cook. We're going to show you how we cook. We're going to talk a little bit while they bake, and then we're going to come back and we're going to taste afterwards. But if you could jump in, let us know where you're from. If you have not yet, go ahead, hit that little subscribe button. We're building the YouTube channel for the Shane and Simple channel. You can follow Danya at A Southern Soul on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Her website's asouthernsoul.com. and shaneandsimple.com, obviously. But hit that subscribe button, hit the little thumbs up, the bell, whatever you got, the bell dingy thing, so that you know when I post new content. Real quick, Danya, I want to get into this because I feel like this is the age-old debate, and it's very serious. It's very something that I feel divides homes a lot of the time.
Oh,
and
very serious. I'm here.
And the question is, sweet or savory cornbread?
I knew you were going to do this.
Sure.
And I'm glad there's distance between us.
Right.
Because we might have to arm wrestle or something. I don't know. I know you would win. But no, and no. Not for Thanksgiving, for what we're doing. I think sweet might have its place. But in my recipe, the regular classic Southern, 0. No, you want that crunchy top and let that butter, yes, I said butter, work its magic once that cornbread comes out of that oven. And for this one, there's just no place for some sugar.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that one hurt, Danya.
Am I still invited? Are we still
here? Yeah, that hurt. I need to take a moment. Well, at least you don't use Jiffy, the stuff in the blue box, right?
Do not pick on those sweet little Jiffy people, okay? Because they have a place at the table too. They do. And I love me some Jiffy cornbread mix because...
You use Jiffy cornbread mix?
Yes, I do. For corn pudding, for cream cornbread muffins. And y'all, let me tell you something. You can now buy those in a set of 6, like 6 boxes at a time, and you've always got some in your pantry and you're ready to go. If you're not going to make it like this, like the traditional way, it's got a place.
Danya, I'm learning all kinds of new things about you today. And I got to say, I'm trying hard not to be disappointed. I mean, it's like, I thought you were like grind your own cornmeal out back with the chickens and all that.
No. Those days probably weren't ever here. I'm just not a take care of the chickens kind of chick.
Yeah, me either. I do good with a cat and a dog. So
yeah, I love to do it, and I buy their eggs from them, but I'm not doing that.
Okay. Well, hey, Here's the deal. Today is not a debate about vegan or Southern cooking. It's not about, we're just here as good friends. Danya and I have been friends for years, and we both run blogs. And I'm going to tell you a funny story about when I met Danya, because I knew who Danya's blog was before I knew she was the Danya from A Southern Soul. But today it's just two Southerners who are great friends getting together, cooking cornbread, and at the end deciding whose recipe is the real deal. Is that fair? Would that be fair?
I think we're going to come out equal, but it's whatever the people want.
Yeah.
That's what we like to do, is we want to give the people what they want.
Okay. So, all right, before I lose half the crowd talking about sugar and cornbread and all this, Danya, I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera to you.
Okay.
And go ahead and show them what you're using, because I do want to say, as a Southerner and as Danya is a Southerner, she is cooking the traditional cornbread recipe that I grew up on, that she grew up on, and that was always at the table. And I think it's also, people need to know, we had cornbread not just at Thanksgiving and Christmas. There was cornbread that was always part of was a staple on the table, year round almost. So, but she is making the traditional Southern version. And then what I'm going to do as a Southerner, I'm going to make the plant-based version, and taking it even beyond the vegan version, because I'm not using any of the vegan butters or oils, and going to show you how to do that. And you still get an incredibly moist, little sweet, in my case, cornbread. But so just to set that up, and it's just a time to hang out. So if there are any trolls out there that want to start going off on what we're using and that, why is Danya on here? Why are you doing this? That's not what this is about today, okay? We're hanging out, we're having a good time, and we're getting ready for the holidays. So, Danya, without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because here's the thing, how we're both making it. We both agree that cornbread is a staple that you need to learn how to make, and that you should make, because there is nothing more comforting than a bowl of beans. We call it bean soup here, which we love, and some cornbread. So, and I make it all year long. I'm using my recipe from my site. And again, it's the classic cornbread. I've already got most of the ingredients measured. I'm going to run through them real quick. It's cornmeal. I'm going to use yellow cornmeal, and get the stone ground yellow cornmeal if you can. If you can't find it, you can use white as well. We've got all-purpose flour, baking powder, salt, baking soda, buttermilk, egg, and a little bit of oil. Now, I did say buttermilk. I don't traditionally, or traditional is the wrong word. I don't really keep buttermilk. It's not something that I cook with all the time. So I'm going to share a tip on how to make sour milk. A lot of people call this homemade buttermilk. That's kind of a different thing, but this is sour milk. So I am taking, you can use whatever kind of milk you have, 2%. This is whole milk. And then we're going to add some vinegar. When you start this recipe, if you don't have buttermilk, measure and do this step first, because to create the sour milk, you want this to sit for just a few minutes while you measure and prep the other ingredients. So I've got a little, about a cup of milk, and I'm going to add in a tablespoon of white vinegar. And I'm going to give that a stir, and we're going to just let this hang out and do its thing.
Okay. And to kind of come back with what Danya has said, so here's what I'm going to be using. And I'm going to try to get this on here real quick. I am using, well, you can't see that. That's a crappy shot. But here's what I'm using. I'm using regular yellow cornmeal. I'm going to use baking powder, using whole wheat pastry flour. You can use regular whole wheat flour. I'm using whole wheat pastry flour because it makes it a little bit lighter. And I'm using a very weird ingredient to replace the butter and the oil. Donna, did you say you're using butter? You're using butter or oil? Okay.
Well, actually, I'm using both.
Okay. Now I'm not obviously now you can put you can put vegan butter on this like that you can't, but during the cooking, what I'm using to replace the oil is a weird little ingredient called aquafaba. And it is the juice from the chickpea can. And it's a great oil replacement. I used to use applesauce in this recipe, but that was too sweet. So I'm using aquafaba. And then kind of to follow up with what Danya's doing on the buttermilk, you can do this with almond milk. You can do the same exact thing with almond milk, soy milk. I don't like oat milk or rice milk. They tend to be too thin. But I'm using soy milk because it has a little more fat in it. And it's a little thicker than almond milk. And it curdles up nicely. So, all right. So I'm going to follow your lead to a certain extent, and I'm just going to kind of, as you do, I'm going to show people the alternative of what I do.
Okay.
And then we'll go there.
This is good. Okay, so we made our sour milk. Shane did the same, and I just set my oven to 375 because one of the things, and Shane helped me out with this step. One of the things that is you got to have it for cornbread is you've got to preheat your skillet because am I right? Is that one of your steps?
Well, when I do go into the skillet with cast iron, I do preheat the skillet. I do. I don't want to put it in because I when I do it. So today, you can tell I'm super prepared. Here's the thing. I like stoneware or cast iron when I'm making cornbread. I don't like to make it in a glass dish. I have used a silicone dish to make it nonstick, but I like using, and today I'm going to use stoneware because I wanted to go completely kind of the opposite to show you could still make the cornbread. Now, like if I have family coming over, I will use a skillet and preheat it, oil it up a little bit for family to get those crispy edges and things like that. Right. But I would not suggest.
Yeah, I'm using I'm using a smaller pan today because this recipe will probably make 2 of these. This is my grandmother's. We call it it's the number 5, and even my boys know when we're doing cornbread. Did you pull out the number 5? And this, as you can see, this has been well loved. And one of the keys is we're going to put a little bit of oil and some butter in that pan. It's going to go in the oven, and when that batter hits, this is what you want.
Right.
If you don't hear that sizzle when that batter hits that pan, you need to start over.
And let me just say, and if you go to somebody's house,
because that's that you're on the right track to make
that's exactly right. And just everybody, if you go to somebody's house and they say, "Hey, I'm going to make you some authentic Southern cornbread," and you start seeing them pour that in the pan and it don't sizzle, your first response ought to be, "You ain't from around here, are you?"
No.
Right.
They're not really your people, because you want make sure, because it's going to be screaming hot whether you use this size pan.
Yes.
Too, I do have a couple of other options we can look at real quick. You can also use, now this is not cast iron, but you can make muffins.
Yes.
And you're still going to want to preheat that muffin tin because you want those edges to be really crispy and crunchy. Or you can also use a larger skillet, which this recipe I do a lot of times in this big skillet. But the reason I'm using the smaller one today is because I'm going to freeze this cornbread because what's right around the corner?
Thanksgiving.
Dressing. And so.
Oh, well, I said Thanksgiving, but dressing. Yeah.
Yeah, cornbread freezes beautifully. So you could go ahead and make this right now when you're just doing whatever you're doing on the weekends, or if you're cooking for your family, make an extra batch, double it, and then freeze.
And I think people are about to see just how easy cornbread is to make. So you could spend a half a day and make 3 or 4 batches. I like to cut them up, wrap them individually, and stick it in the freezer so that when you make soups, you can take them out and defrost them. Okay, so let's get to mixing. And then what we'll do is we'll read some comments because we got a lot of comments already. We got Janet from Brooklyn, Athens, Alabama, Somebody sided with me on slightly sweet. We got Washington, Colorado. Let's see.
I bet I know who that is in Colorado.
Somebody said, "Go Mama." They got to be talking to you. I don't think they're talking to me. Somebody said, "How close do y'all live to each other?" Well, when we were in North Carolina, I lived in Charlotte. Danya lived in Greensboro, and we were about an hour and a half from each other, maybe.
Yeah,
and then now we're 10 hours from each other. So, but thanks to technology, we get to do this.
Yeah, and you know what, y'all? We might be doing this just selfishly because we love to cook and we love to hang out together. So we're just pulling y'all into our little world.
You know what? That's a great point. I don't feel like this was a cooking demo as much as it was just for us to have an excuse to hang out and go, hey, let's cook, and then we'll do something. All right, let's get to mixing. Mixing.
So first step here, I already have flour in my bowl. We're going to mix the
cornmeal, flour,
baking powder, and salt. I've got those measured. That's going in. Here's our cornmeal.
I'm just dumping as you go. So
I'm pouring that in, and I'm just going to blend that nicely together. Okay.
Yeah, and so Danya, let me kind of recap real quick. So what I'm using at this point, we're almost identical. I've got cornmeal. I'm using whole wheat pastry flour because I like it because it's a little bit lighter.
Right.
But I'm using baking powder and a little bit of salt. That's it. So far, we're neck and neck, right?
Yep.
But things about to get crazy up in here.
Okay, so I just gave the milk a stir, and you can't really see it, but it has started curdling, and that is exactly what you want. And I can smell it. It's got that acidic smell to it, and that's
I'm going to show them the soy milk. I don't know if you can see, but the soy milk. See how that curdles and sticks to the side. Soy milk works great because it has a higher fat content. So. Oh, real quick, I didn't ask you, Danya, or did you say? How hot are you cooking? I'm doing 400 degrees. What are you doing?
I'm doing 375 because I'm using a smaller pan.
Okay. Yeah. And besides preheating your skillet, if you're making a skillet, preheat your oven and do not put it in there until it is ready. Right. Okay.
These things, they may seem like we're oversimplifying it, but they're critical to the success of the recipe. And they're just proven.
The little things matter. The fundamental. It matters.
Okay, now we're going to mix. The next step, I'm reading my recipe just because I don't want to leave anything out for you.
Okay, real quick, Danya, real quick. I wanted to ask you this because you are very organized, very type A. People ask me all the time, hey, all these recipes that you make, do you memorize them all? Heck no. I'm reading this as we go.
No. So a lot of times I don't measure, but because I just know when I look at it. But the last thing I want is for us to all be together and me forget an ingredient, which that has happened before when I get to talking and having fun and laughing and all those good things. I'm going to be going and doing, and I'm going to skip something really important, and it's not going to be good. So please just bear with me as I keep referencing my recipe.
Hey, did your grandmother have a dented mixing bowl?
Yeah.
I feel like that was a thing with grandmas. They always had that one dented mixing bowl.
Yeah.
And then some of them wouldn't sit. Like my grandmother had one that was dented from the bottom out, and you had to hold it because it wouldn't sit up straight.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. All right. So let's continue.
Towel around the bottom so it would work. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Now you're getting ready to add your buttermilk.
So what I'm going to do next is I am adding the baking soda to the buttermilk. Okay?
Oh, so you're doing butter. You're doing okay. So I'm not using
in this same container, y'all. You don't need to dirty something else. Just add it right in there.
Yeah. Okay. I like how you're mixing with the measuring spoon.
Well, I mean, it's already dirty.
No, I get it. I was like, I usually use my hand.
Yeah, but this just goes right in there, and we are looking so good. Okay. Now,
okay, so I'm not. Now, I will say I'm not. I haven't done the baking soda in the buttermilk thing, so I'm going straight milk, Now here's where you're about to get angry. Right there. Shots fired across the bow. Maple syrup right there.
You know what? I'm not going to
Right there, Danya.
I actually like it a lot because I love maple syrup as a sweetener, and I use it for a lot of things.
Sure. Just not in cornbread.
Yeah, and it just, you know what? I get why you're using that because I know it gives a richer, rounder flavor.
I think it almost has a buttery flavor. Like real maple syrup has a buttery flavor. Okay, now here's the weird ingredient I was telling you about. This is aquafaba. It's the juice from chickpeas. It replaces the oil in the recipe.
Okay.
And it does it has an oil.
Again, it replaces the oil.
It replaces the oil.
You know how to say oil.
Oil.
One syllable.
Right, not oil.
No. Like foil.
Like what?
Tinfoil.
Temple?
Tinfoil. What you wrap.
Oh, tinfoil. Yeah. I thought you said temple.
No.
All right. Are you already mixed and everything?
No. This is the very important step. Are y'all ready?
Yeah, because I'm just doing it. I'm not.
Okay. Now here we go. We've got number 5. I'm putting the butter in there, and I'm putting a little bit of cooking oil in there. And now this is going into the oven.
Oh, you're already ready to go into the oven?
What?
Now here's the thing. This just shows you how quick this is. But I told you earlier, so I talked to Danya earlier on the phone, and I said, hey, I'm going a little sweet. I'm going to use some sweetener. She goes, I'm savory.
Yeah.
But I have a special addition that I didn't share with her. I like to add this. This is not in the recipe that I'm making. It's a Shane and Simple recipe. But there is nothing better in cornbread with a little sweetness than diced jalapenos.
You're going totally off script.
I am going crazy.
And I do not want those jalapenos in my Thanksgiving dressing.
Danya.
I'm just staying on the, hey, not that I'm not a rebel sometimes, because I can be.
Oh, Danya's a rebel. Big D's a rebel. I assure you, Big D is.
And, but today is not the day. Okay. Today we're staying tried and true, but okay.
I got to get crazy. I got to do something crazy. So I thought, there's your savory right there. There's your savory
plan, and I already knew that.
All right. So you're already ready to go. So I'm going to put this in the pan now.
We got to mix everything. I haven't mixed it up yet.
Okay. Well, I was going to say, since I've got mine, I'm going to go ahead and pour it in, and I'll let you mix. But another thing I'm using to eliminate oiling the pan, and why I like stoneware, because it continues to cook when you take it out of the oven. So it stays hot for a little while. But I am not oiling the pan. There's nothing wrong with glitzing it, spraying it if you want to do that. I'm using parchment paper because I can pull it right out. And a lot of people go, oh, are you that stringent in hair splitting? No, I just hate cleaning crap and washing dishes. So the parchment paper eliminates, for me, a mess. Danya, talk to me.
Okay, so I've got the egg. I'm going to add the oil from the recipe, which is about 1/3 a cup. You mix those two together. Now we're going to put everything into our dry ingredients. That's the egg and the oil. Crash. We've got the buttermilk with the baking soda in there.
Yep.
Baking powder, excuse me. And now we're just putting this all up.
All right. All right. I'm going in the oven for cheese, man. I just dropped all my stuff. That's the kind of day. All right. I'm going in the oven.
Well,
400.
that's real cooking.
What?
That's real cooking.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody thinks because we run these blogs and our pictures and stuff. I don't know about you, Danya, but that ain't how my kitchen looks the majority of the time.
You know, we try to be a neat cook and, clean as I go or whatever. And I am spoiled beyond that. Rob Mullins, Mr. A Southern Soul, is a great he does loads the dishwasher, unloads it, does all that kind of cleaning, and I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not one of those that messes up the dishwasher on purpose just so he would help. I actually know how to do it, but he prefers to do it. So that's been, part of our agreement since we've been married all these years. He gets to eat, and I do all the cooking, and he does the cleaning. So I want y'all to see this. I don't think you can really see this better, but it is so fluffy. It is so, oh gosh, it is beautiful.
Mine was fluffy too, Danya.
Okay, Shay. let me check and see if I got a sizzle yet.
Okay, you got a sizzle? If you got a sizzle. Okay, so a couple of things real quick. So I said I'm going in the oven at 400 degrees for 25 minutes. You always want to check it with, I like to check mine with a little toothpick and make sure there's no wet stuff coming out. It's just bush league. So we're going to check that back in 25 minutes. Danya, have you got a sizzle yet?
Just give me just about 30 more seconds, because we want to do that right. Okay, so go back to what you were just saying, Shane, how you like to know when the cornbread is done. I think that's very important for our people to know.
Right.
You check yours.
What's that?
You said you check yours with a toothpick?
I typically will, yeah, but if I don't have one, you usually see the big knife slits in the top of it because I used a butter knife to poke it. But I try to take a wooden skewer or a toothpick, and when it comes out with nothing on it, I go, it's done. But I like to overcook just a little because I like to get a little bit of a brown on top. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. And we got a sizzling skillet.
Uh-oh.
I don't think you can hear it. And so always put that on there so you know. Ooh, it's going to be so pretty.
I don't know if you can hear that. Can y'all hear that? Barely, yeah.
All right.
That reminds me of home.
Yes.
Long time ago.
All right. She's going in to the oven, and it's going to be about 25 minutes or so. I guess ours are about the same.
Right. So that means we got time to chat while it cooks and talk about food and family. So I tell you what, Danya and I are going to take a 10-second break, and we'll be right back. So don't go anywhere.
10 seconds. We promise.
10 seconds. And so, all right.
Yes, we grab a chair so we can.
Told y'all we'd be back. And I'm trying to get in camera here, and I don't know what the heck is going on. Look at that. All right. So, and real quick, I just got a text. Yes, there will be recipes. There will be, well, heck, man, that's why you couldn't see me. I'm looking at the wrong freaking camera.
There he is.
Hey, we are professionals, people. Well, Danya is. All right, so here we go. All right. I've lost my train of thought.
What was the question?
I don't know. Was there a question? Yes, there was a question. There's two different cameras here. I'm not sure which one to look at, but I think we have it now. Here's the deal. People want to know if the recipes will be in the show notes. Yes, they will be in the notes once we're done. And can y'all excuse me? This is live, and you never know what's going to happen. My cat is tearing my door down, so I got to let my cat out.
Well, because we cook.
Well, but here's the thing about my cat. When she starts scratching, to go outside, you better let her go, because my cat will not use a litter box. When she goes, she's a house cat, but when she uses the bathroom, she wants to go outside like the dog.
She's doing her.
So she's doing her. So when I hear her scratching, it's time to get up, because I don't want to find any little surprises in my shoes or behind the door or anything like that. So, all right. So recipe focus center. The recipes will be in the show notes.
Yes.
I will put those in there, Danya's and mine. They will be available to everyone. Danya, someone asked, we got someone from Greenville, South Carolina, but we also have someone from someone from Greensboro, and they said Greensboro has a great farmers market.
Yes, we do. There is a downtown farmers market, which has been around for, ages and ages. And they are very intense about, not mass produced or bringing in foods. These must be locally grown, seasonal, with a lot of other artisans who make bread, or they do tea blends, all kinds of great things. There's one downtown. There's also a very large farmers market out in between Winston and Greensboro, but the downtown market is fabulous.
Okay. All right. So cornbread's in the oven. We chilling. You got your coffee. I lost my coffee cup. I feel naked without my coffee cup. Anyway,
Okay.
let's hang out. Hang out for. What's that?
I got a question. So we talked some about Thanksgiving, that for cornbread dressing.
Yes.
But what else? What's your favorite thing to eat with cornbread? And I mean any time of year.
Oh, without a doubt, it's black-eyed peas. Black-eyed peas. I love black-eyed peas, and so usually around the fall, I'll have both instant pots going. One has black-eyed peas, the other one has collard greens in it. And you know what chow chow is, right?
I knew you were going to bring up chow chow. Yes.
Oh, if y'all don't know what chow chow is, oh my gosh, it's kind of, I don't know how to describe it. The only thing that it's kind of like a sweet relish kind of, but it's more peppers and onion. I don't know how to describe it. It's just something we grew up on.
It's a lot of bell peppers, onions.
A lot of bell peppers, onions, but
it's vinegary.
I love it on top of black-eyed peas, and then I'll just eat my cornbread with black-eyed. I can eat cornbread and black-eyed peas, but so year-round, without a doubt, black-eyed peas and collard greens. But what about you?
Yeah, well, I grew up with eating cornbread with any kind of beans, whether it's butter beans, pinto beans, which I love that, with some chopped onion on the top, and maybe a little side of coleslaw.
Yeah,
and, that's like the perfect meal for me. Any kind of beans. Some people call it bean soup. That's good too. But of course, it's a must around here for any kind of chili.
Mm-hmm.
It's good for game day. That's why I said you can make this and make the muffins, because it's also a great thing to serve when you're entertaining or when you've got to feed a crowd, because this is one of the recipes I call a cheap and cheerful.
Cheap and cheerful.
Cheap and cheerful, because it does not cost that much to make, y'all.
No.
And does it gets stretched. You can really stretch this recipe.
Yeah. One of the ways I used to have it. Why are you laughing? You're laughing at my absent-minded look on my face, or
it's coming. The story is coming.
Cornbread and milk. Did you ever eat that?
I knew you were going to say that. Now, I didn't grow up eating that, but a lot of people that I know, this is like your old mama and papa kind of thing.
Yeah. Now they ate it with buttermilk in a glass, crumble it up.
Cornbread. Like I said, that's not my thing, but
yeah. Now, growing up, if we wanted a snack, we got cornbread in milk. It would crumble it up, and we would eat like that. And I'll still do that sometimes with leftover. Like if I have cornbread that's got that last one or two pieces.
Oh yeah.
and it's on the verge of being stale, I'll crumble it up and pour some almond milk or soy milk and still eat it. It's so good. But somebody said, I love chow chow, not too spicy though. I mean, I like spicy chow chow, but there is something about, I'm a spicy guy, but I do like chow chow that is less spicy, because when it's on the black eyed peas, it's just, And then Russell asked
about those peas that are creamy and rich, and that vinegary and the peppery.
Oh, it just cuts through. Yes, yes. Shane said, Russell said, Shane, what size pan did you use? Corningware. Okay, yeah, Russell. So one, I use an 8x8, but you can use, like a pie dish. Corningware, you can cook it in Corningware. You're just going to have to watch it. It may take a little longer. I typically don't cook cornbread in Corningware or glass, just because I don't think it's a good heat conductor. So I like stoneware for that, or the cast iron, but you can do it. It just may take a little longer. It's not gonna ruin the cornbread. Danya, you may have a thought on that. I mean,
no, you're exactly right. It does not conduct the heat as well for this particular recipe. You're just not going to get that crunchy edge, but it still works if that's what you got. Use it.
Yeah. Danya's expression that I love is "you do you."
Yeah, I mean, and use what you got. I mean, sometimes a recipe calls for a special kind of pan. My style of cooking is, it's easy, it's approachable. So I like to use things, anything in my kitchen too, that has multiple uses.
Yes. What would those things be? What is the one kitchen gadget that you have found? And I would encourage y'all to go, I always love, I direct people to Danya's website, not because and she and I know this, I'm not promoting you go get loaded up on cheese and butter, but if you want to see how we eat, some of the best Southern recipes, so that kind of brings me back around to how Danya and I met. When I had first started blogging, Danya had been doing it for a while and was already successful at it. I knew A Southern Soul because it's kind of the Bible of Southern cooking, if you will. And so when we met in North Carolina, we were at a, I guess you'd call it a
mini
conference with the ad network we were with. And just in our little group on Facebook that the ad network had started, I just said, hey, anyone coming to Charlotte, I'll be at Dilworth House Coffee. And if you want to join us, come join us. And Danya was one of the 2 or 3 people show up, and we're talking. And, I'm trying to get my blog started, and I'm almost to the point of just giving up on it because it's, I'd not done anything for a couple months. And Danya sat down and said, I said, now who are you? And she goes, I'm A Southern Soul. And so I didn't really exude a lot of enthusiasm, but I kind of sit there and going, why the crap am I even here? But that day, I feel like we have been friends since that day. I mean, I still have the picture of us meeting up in Salisbury.
We met several times to try to get better at this business, to share ideas, because again, even though we're on the same path, we just have different recipes. We just eat a little bit differently, and we still use a lot of the same ingredients. We're still putting the same type of food on the table for our families. And so,
well, and I think too, I thought about this today before we got on. A lot of people think that just Southern food, they just think we just deep fry everything. And there is a lot of fried stuff, but people don't realize, growing up, especially in the very rural South, like I did, and people don't realize how rural North Carolina is. I think 75% outside of the Greensboros, Raleigh, it's rural. And we grew up eating peasant food. My grandparents had a huge garden, and they grew corn and beans and potatoes. And so your diet includes a lot of vegetables. So you do eat a lot of vegetables. Now, we do put lard in them growing up.
That's how we raised the boys. And people ask Rob all the time, oh my gosh, I can't believe you don't weigh 400 pounds. And But the thing of it is, I'm not making cake every day. We don't. I
Yeah.
grew up eating, almost every meal too. There was a plate of sliced tomatoes, and you had those, and then I call them refrigerator pickles, cucumbers and onions that were in vinegar and salt and pepper that stayed in the refrigerator. That was like a salad or a condiment, whatever you want to say about that. But we have always been vegetable heavy, and that's one of the things that Rob says has been a success for how we live, how the boys were raised, because both of them are good cooks.
Mm-hmm.
They know how to keep their diet balanced in a sense. Now, of course, everybody goes off the rails every now and again, whatever.
Well, that's easy to do even in my world, and
That's
I'll be the first to tell you, like, I advocate for a whole food plant-based diet, and that's what my website's built around. That's what saved me. And that's what I eat 98% of the time. But if at the holidays, if we pull out a little bit of the processed food to make a recipe for people coming over, because I see it as a win when I can get people in the home, sit down at the table, and they enjoy what I put before them. Because when they enjoy the food, it makes the relationship building that much easier and better. And so I always look at progress, not perfection, and I'm not militant. And that just, for me, that just takes the joy out of it. It's like, I love to cook because I love to cook, and I'm not going to apologize for enjoying something. And and it's like you said, it's like, I don't sit there and do it every day or every week or even every month. But if there's a special time that comes around, I'm not going to apologize and feel like I've done something that's going to send me to hell or something, and so. Linda, and maybe you could chime in on this too, Danya. She said, Shane, if you use cast iron, do you preheat or do you just use parchment paper? I do use cast iron to cook with on top of the stove. They've been seasoned so much that they're basically nonstick pans. I kind of follow Rip Estelson's thing where I will glaze them with a little bit of spray, wipe them down, and they're great. And then after I cook, I season. But like if you're doing what Danya and I are talking about, and you're cooking cornbread, and you preheat and you want to oil or use a little bit of vegan butter, or if you're not vegan and use butter for your skillet, you don't want to put parchment paper if you're going to cook it in the oven and cook it in the skillet like that. So I wouldn't do that. So, but
no, it's just not needed. You just don't need it.
Yeah, and I still think once you get a good seasoned cast iron skillet, it's better than any nonstick cookware you could get. You just have to take care of them. I mean, but that's why they've been around. That's why I still have one pan that's been around 150 years.
Well, that's like the pan I showed y'all, the number 5. That's only for bread. We don't. You're not cooking anything else in that, and that's the rule around here. That's for making cornbread, and you can make some biscuits in that. But we're not cooking some other things in it.
Yeah. And I want to apologize if y'all see me look up and look down, because I'm reading comments. And then when Danya talks, I look down because my monitor's down here and camera's up there. So I'm trying to be mindful and make eye contact. Danya, we talked about this the other night, but what is the one Thanksgiving side dish that is always, like, if everybody said, Danya, we're sorry, we come in, there's been a huge earthquake just around the perimeter of your dining room table, and every recipe but one survived, what would be the one side dish that you would hope made it?
Candied sweet potatoes.
Oh, okay. Now we talked about this the other night. I can't remember. Are you marshmallows or pecans on your sweet potatoes?
Neither. That's like a casserole. Candied sweet potatoes are the sweet potatoes that get candied in that syrup.
Okay, talk about, how do you do that? I want to hear how you do that.
Well, let's see how I do this.
Put you on the spot.
I prep the sweet potatoes. I do peel them. I cut them into chunks, the rounds, and I give them a very slight boil just to make them a little bit soft, because they bake up better like that, I think. And then there's brown sugar. There's a touch of vanilla. There's, I think I put a little bit of maple syrup in mine, a little bit of butter, and did I say cinnamon? Some cinnamon, maybe a little nutmeg. It just depends on what I'm reaching for.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood. Candied sweet potatoes. Like you slice them, you make the
Yeah, and
medallions.
they're sliced, and then you put them in the casserole dish, and then you pour the syrup over it.
Yes.
And dot it with butter, and then you put that in and bake it, and that's candied sweet potato.
Okay, I misunderstood. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, what you're talking about is like, to me.
Oh, sweet potato casserole.
Casserole.
Yes. Yeah.
Which that they're interchangeable, easy.
Okay, so speaking of sweet potato casserole, pecans or marshmallows?
Well, if you're going to go on with it and do both. Let's go strong, okay?
Go big or go home.
Marshmallow or pecan behind. Let's do
it. Oh my gosh! Do y'all have a big family coming in this year? Y'all doing it at your house this year?
Yes, we do. Thanksgiving Day evening, and so it'll be Creed, his wife, and Lincoln, their son. My other son, Hunter, will be here. He may be bringing a couple of friends with him. We always keep it open that if somebody doesn't have a place to go, you can come here. And then my daughter-in-law, Beth Ann, her brother, his wife, and their little girl are coming. My sister will be here, and another family friend. So,
it's funny.
We are excited.
Yeah, we are. It's kind of bittersweet for us this year. We're, my oldest just got married right out of college, and then we're having we got our first grandchild. He's 1 today. Happy birthday, Brooks. Poppy loves you. It's his birthday today. Yeah, so we're excited. They live in Texas. Her husband is a F-16 pilot in the Air Force, and we just found out they are getting ready to go to Italy for 3 years after the first of the year. So we're trying to figure out how to get as much time in, because we're 14 hours away at the moment in Mississippi from Texas. And so anyway, so we're trying to figure all that. But I'm kind of like you. I love Thanksgiving because for me, it's just a casual hang and trying to get different people around the table. And that's what I love, is like, if people don't have a place to go, come to our house. We love that. And oh no, you didn't. I got 2 minutes left.
There she is. Ooh, it smells good in here.
I was about to say, I can smell the glory from here. So I got about 2 minutes, and then I'm going to pull mine out, and I want to check it real quick. Oh, baby. Oh, I just opened this.
All right, now let me tell you something. This is, we're going to be naughty.
Naughty.
But this is how I do it around here.
Yeah.
You just put that on there, and sorry, my vegan friends, I get it. Don't be mad at me, but because I love you. But I just have to.
You just have to.
It's just something in me, but it's just I couldn't stop myself.
I know. Yeah, like I said, I got about a minute left before mine goes off. So I'm now recap. 375 for how long?
I actually put that on 20 minutes.
Okay, you did 20. Okay, I did 25.
25, but I'm still kind of getting used to this of it. But and one thing too, those of you who, especially when you're baking, anything to do with bread or pastries or cake, a good friend of mine asked her mother one time, Mama, how long does it take to bake that pound cake? And she said, your nose will tell you. So I personally set timers and I watch my oven, but pay attention with your senses to how something looks, how it smells, because if you're getting, close, you're going to smell that bread getting done. And it's got that nice, I think you can see it, that gold
Darnie,
top.
Can you see the comment on your screen? It says Triad Mullins 4488. Can't wait for Thanksgiving with Mama Soul.
I know who that is.
Do you know who that is?
He might be related to me.
Let's see. No, Russell, I did not preheat my stoneware. That's a good idea, though. That is a great idea to preheat your stoneware because it helps cook, and I did not do that this time around. Why?
That's a pro move, yeah.
Yeah, didn't think about it. Didn't care. So
we were so excited.
we're just hanging out and cooking. It's not meant to be perfect. All right, so my ding dong just went off.
I heard it.
I probably could have used. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit us another break real quick. I'm going to take mine out of the oven, reposition the camera, and then we're going to slice into these little golden beauties. Is that okay?
Right. And mine, when you take it out of the oven too, y'all let it rest just for a couple minutes.
Yes. Don't go diving into it. Let it sit.
To come together and just calm down a little bit after it gets, this is some love right here. This is homemade bread.
But I'm gonna probably break that rule today because okay. We'll be right back. And we're back. All right, so I'm about to remove this from the oven.
Oh, I can't wait. Let me see.
Okay, here's the thing. Don't use these when you're taking stoneware or something out of a 400-degree oven. Use an oven mitt. Cover your whole hand. I say this. These are to set your pots on. I speak from experience. I was about to do that and make a stupid bush league move. So here we go. Oh. Now, I would typically let this cook.
Oh, that looks good.
A little longer, but I think it is ready. Oh yeah. I'm not going to wait. I know we should. Okay, I'm going to do this though. I'm going to pull it out with the parchment paper so people can see the edges.
Good idea. Yeah.
Oh, but I'm going to tell you, Danya, and normally now here's the other thing too. I would definitely recommend, if you're going to use a cast iron skillet, do what Danya did and use a 5-inch, a number 5, because this doesn't make a ton of batter. And so I usually wouldn't use a pan this big because I like a lot of batter. So I like a thicker cornbread. But that being said, oh, golly, I'm telling you, I mean, it's thin, but.
Well, you can tell how nice it cooked up too with the crackle around.
The crackle, yes. All right. Danya, I'm not.
That same thing as it baked up.
Yeah.
Okay, he's going in.
I'm going in. Like, look now, hey, just like Danya said, this is not a pro move. You always want to let your cornbread sit for a moment. But because we don't have a moment necessarily, and people are taking time. Oh, now I do want you to look how flaky this is.
Perfect.
Texture wise, that is, steam.
And I see that jalapeno.
Yes, I see several. Now, major bush league move. We're going to take a bite. Are you
I'm
still,
cutting into this.
are you going to cut into it?
Ooh, she's so pretty. Y'all, this is so thick.
Thank you, Justin Wall, 7180.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at there. There you go.
Crunch on that back.
Yep. And look, that when I do, that is why I do love to cook with the cast iron, because you cannot get that crunch around it with anything else. You can't do it with stoneware. You can't do it with a glass baking dish. You have to do it in a skillet to get that crunch. And so, Justin A. Wall.
You see, I messed up because the first slice is always hard, but you can see, look at the bottom.
Yeah.
And the side and how
And
pretty.
you only get that with cast iron. Justin A. Wall, 7180 says, do either of you put corn kernels in your cornbread? I do.
Yeah. I have done that before. And you know what? Who is that? Justin, you said?
It says Justin A. Wall, 7180.
Listen, Justin, I love that texture that the corn kernels bring to it. I also have a recipe, like I said, using Jiffy, but it uses cream corn. And those muffins are more like a cakey.
Mm-hmm.
Because it also has sour cream in it and a little bit more eggs. But I love adding corn to it. And like
I do too.
I mean, you can add all kinds of stuff to cornbread.
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff. I've got a recipe too for green chili cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Cornbread. That with some chicken stew or some chili is great.
Mm-hmm. And
It's just so good.
Cornbread I really look at it as, it's almost like a canvas. It's like a foundation. So don't be afraid to kind of get in there and do I like adding the corn kernels and the jalapenos and I'll make some cheese sauce and do like a cheesy jalapeno cornbread muffin.
Delicious.
Now, Lydia she says, I'm from Montreal and I've never had cornbread. Looks so good.
Oh, Lord.
Lydia,
Shane, get the plane ticket.
I think we need to go to Montreal.
We have to go up there.
We need to go. And look, it's nothing to be ashamed of. We will come to Montreal. We will come to Montreal.
You know what?
What?
Send her some.
It freezes. Dry ice.
You need to send her some.
I do. Hey, Lydia, I tell you what, if you would message me at shaneandsimple.com, remind me, we're going to try to get you hooked up with some cornbread, okay? We will make this happen, right, Don? Donya and I do not like to see people deprived, and it hurts our heart. So we are going to make this happen. And, Justina, I am sorry. It was Justina Walls, not Justin A. Walls.
Oh, sorry.
My bad.
So sorry.
Justina. Oh, me. Lydia, she's encouraged you to make the cornbread. All right. And then this is Lydia's response. Yes, please send me some. My sister. This is my sister. I'm calling her out. Are you skipping my comment on purpose? What was your comment? I can't remember her comment. There's what's that?
We've got our relatives on here because they want bread too.
No, I didn't. Let me see. There's a ton of comments on here, so they sometimes get lost. Let's see. Shannon, what was your? Oh, is it the one they have a giant box at Sam's for the $3?
What is that, Jiffy?
Probably.
I don't know.
And then this is her comment now. I'm surprised my brother hadn't jumped on. If my brother was on here, we probably wouldn't have ended the show 20 minutes ago.
You have to be nice.
All right. So look, Danya,
This has been so fun. You know,
this is look. Here's the deal.
I got to cook some pinto beans or something now.
I know. I'm sitting here. Look at this, y'all. While we were on, look at this. That's how much of this I have eaten just sitting here. I'm not apologizing. I'm not apologizing. I mean, it is.
It's
I mean,
good.
look, people, you don't get like, look, I mean, that, and I didn't use oil or butter. And this is, and people need to realize we made this from scratch. This wasn't out of a box.
Yep, both of ours was in the oven in under 20 minutes, and then it takes 20 minutes to cook.
Yeah, I mean,
Y'all can put together a whole dinner, a whole supper for your family in under 35, 40 minutes.
yeah.
Good food that they're going to ask you for again and again.
Oh, this must be the one that she was talking about because somebody replied to her comment. We need to make dressing and cranberry sauce next. I agree.
We have actually talked about, whoever that is, we've talked about doing our cranberry sauces because I make a no sugar cranberry sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, it is over the top. You probably do something similar. What do you do?
I use real cranberries and I use a little bit of maple syrup and a lemon juice, I think. And it makes, and I will use cornstarch to thicken it so it sits and kind of gels a little bit. But
Yeah, I use orange in mine.
yeah, orange. That's it. My bad. Orange juice.
So good. Well, in preparation for all this, last night I also made another whole skillet full of cornbread because we'll probably have this for supper tonight, but I'm going to freeze this one because I'm already starting on all the things for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I don't know that this is going to make it through the night. I got to stop. I can't. Okay, real quick. Russell asked, when it is frozen, what are your reheating suggestions? I'll turn it over to you.
Good question, Russell. I take it out of the freezer. I let it thaw either on the countertop or in the fridge, overnight. And then I like to wrap it, put it on a sheet pan, cover it with tin foil, and reheat it like at 325, something like that, till it warms through. But then I take the tin foil off because I don't want the top soft. I like for it to get that little crunch. So I let it, it'll dry it out just a little bit. But it reheats like a dream. And like this one that I'm going to wrap up, I'll just let it thaw on the countertop and then it'll get crumbled up to use, for the dressing.
Okay. Hope that answers your question, Russell. That's a great question, though, because I think a lot of people, I mean, it sounds simple, but I mean, reheating can make or break a dish that you have spent a lot of time on. And one of the things that
you could even reheat your cast iron skillet and then put it in there. That would cut down on a little bit of the time and help that moisture stay in there.
Yeah. Well, Danya, this has been super fun. I can't thank you for taking time.
So good, y'all.
I know. I have just enjoyed this immensely. I mean, if we weren't 10 hours away, it'd be like we were in the same kitchen almost.
We'd be eating this cornbread, just sitting next to each other, just chatting. We'd keep this going for hours. Yeah, and so kind of remember, Danya's is crispy perfection. Mine was kind of dessert with jalapeno peppers. And we're not saying one is better than the other, but one of us is definitely more right. But this cornbread is just an example of how friendships are tested in the South. So, well, and this is a great, great, great recipe. This is great food to make your own, whether you do classic or you turn it into a vegan recipe. That just shows you the beauty and I don't know, time-tested beauty of cornmeal and cornbread.
a good recipe is a good recipe and works. It's kind of like a good song. You can put any style with it, and a good song is a good song.
Yeah. So that just shows you what you can do with these simple ingredients. Because I bet you got like everything in your house. Because we even made our sour milk. Our
Yeah. Well, Danya, thanks again. And I think we probably ought to wrap this up because I'm literally about to eat the entire pan. I mean, it's just sitting here.
Please don't.
Well, hey guys, I can't thank you enough for being here and dealing with some of my as we try to do this.
I do have one favor.
Yes.
Listen, if y'all requested dressing cranberry sauce, why don't y'all do this? Why don't you drop your links and your request? And if you want us to keep doing this, because this was a blast. And
it was great.
I just had the best time and getting to know Shane's readers, and thank you for allowing me to come on and show what I do. But if you want to see how these recipes can work for your family on either side of this, send us what you want us to make. Yeah,
you can send it to Shane at shaneandsimple.com. Comment in the responses here at YouTube. We're going to leave this up. We're not going to take these down. And I don't know. I'd love to do. I'm thinking cornbread dressing with cranberry sauce, Danya.
Oh, we want to double dip? We're going to try to do two?
I think we should. Why not?
We could.
Well, as always, my friend, it has been a pleasure. Thank you guys. Thank you for your support. Head over to asouthernsoul.com. Check Danya's website out. Check her on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Saying here, Danya, what's your handle? Is it a Southern? It's a Southern Soul
on everything.
Okay. And then if y'all follow me, you know me, but it's shaneandsimple.com, and everything is Shane and Simple Cooking on the social. So we hope you'll go check it out. We'll see you next time. Yeah. I think we're going to do this again, right? Are we going to do this?
Love you.
I love you. See y'all later. Hold on. Let me get this in. Here we go.